Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is No Saint Left Behind once again. First, I just want to start off with saying all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful 1/3. Shalom to the brothers and sisters out there that's rehearsing these law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability and doing the will of the Father to the best of their ability. I want to get into this this thing that happened with Pakistan and India. You know, and the Bible talks about wars and rumors of wars. You know, and Pakistan and India both are nuclear powers, man. And I actually believe that they really are. Most of them are Elamites. They are the same people. You know, that border between Pakistan and India that they're fighting over was put there in 1948, I believe. You know, Pakistan is just really a made-up country with a lot of different people in it, like the United States really is. You know, it's like Pakistan is like a leprechaun America. You know, it's a lot of mixture of people in there. So, and I just want to go into this right quick and get some scriptures and just let you know, man, that we're closer and closer to World War III, man. And, you know, the Father's closer and closer to sending his son, Yahweh Shah, back to deliver us, man. So let's get into this and we'll get into some scriptures.
South Asia region, tensions are high between India and Pakistan as both countries order airstrikes against each other. Both countries have nuclear weapons. Pakistan says it shot down 2 Indian warplanes and captured one of their pilots.
This is still happening along the country's borders in the disputed territory of Kashmir, a historic hotbed of conflict. BBC News correspondent Sikandar Karmani is in Islamabad, where Pakistan's prime minister is calling for de-escalation.
So I've just come out of a briefing, a press conference by the Pakistani military. The Pakistani military spokesman broke down the chronology of these dramatic events that took place today. According to him, this began when Pakistani jets from within Pakistani airspace targeted Indian positions within India across the border. As a response to those strikes, he says that Indian jets crossed over into Pakistani airspace and Pakistani planes shot down 2 Indian jets. As a result of that, he says 2 Indian pilots have been taken into custody. There had been some reports in Indian media that a Pakistani plane had been shot down by Indian forces. The Pakistani military has said that is not true. Now, I asked the Pakistani military spokesman if these actions by Pakistan in targeting, in carrying out these strikes across the border in India were pushing the 2 countries to the brink of war. He said they weren't. He said that Pakistan had acted responsibly, and he said Pakistan had deliberately chosen not to hit Indian military targets or areas where civilians were living in India, but open ground just across the border in India. And
so we see that both of these countries have nuclear weapons, you know, so you can just see that the Most High Yahweh is mustering up his army, man, because they're going to use these weapons, man, soon. So, and it's just getting everybody else roused up, man. So this lets you know that the Most High is the ultimate chess players, man. He's putting all his pieces in place, you know, before he bring this World War III, because all these countries eventually is gonna come against America, you know, and all these countries got nuclear missiles, man. You know, so the Most High is he's just stirring that pot up, man. Where, you know, you got divisions amongst these countries, man. You got nation going against nation, like the words say. It's nothing but Bible prophecy coming true, man. The Most High is about to bring everything to a halt, to an end. So let's get some scriptures right quick, you know. And you got the same thing going on with Russia, man. Russia is talking mad junk as well about the United States. We'll get into that too right here in a second. So, you know, the scriptures are being fulfilled. You know, that's all that we need to know, that the prophecies are being fulfilled daily. So let's get into this Matthew 24:4. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking, and it says, And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. And see, a lot of you are deceived, man. You know, a lot of you, these pastors and you jokers, that's in Islam and Buddhism and Judaism, you know, you've been lied to, man. You know, you've been lied to, man, because it's about to go down and people are not telling you, so you're not even ready. You're not even prepared. You don't even know the Father and the Son's name. You know, I'm going to read it again. It says, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, which says Christ, and shall deceive many. And you got, you know, people that were saying that they was the Messiah. So we know what's going on. And you got many coming in his name, and which is misleading you. You know, like IUIC said that there won't be no Jacob's trouble. I mean, man, Jacob's trouble, man, is about to get serious. You know, we're in pre-Jacob's trouble. Now it's about to go down. You know, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we hearing about these wars and rumors of wars. So Yahushua said, do not be troubled about this, because these things must come to pass, man. This is prophecies. But he said, but the end is not yet. You know, because, you know, the RFID microchip has got to be made mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Which they're already into that now. That's why they're trying to get this 5G, 6G up and running everywhere. You know, they got so many miles apart where they got to get these 5G poles up. You know, and that means they can track you down in live time. You know, like they can know where you at every second, every minute in live time. So everything has been prepared, man. You know, so we seeing these wars and rumors of wars, man. And not only that, you got Russia threatening America. We're going to get into that too. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. So we already getting these earthquakes in divers places. You know, we already got these pestilence going on. You know, it's about to be famines. You know, people ain't gonna be able to get food. You know, even it's gonna be famines of the word. And we already see nations rising up against nations, kingdom against kingdom. We see right now Pakistan and India going against each other. You know, America is over in Venezuela trying to dictate that, trying to put a new president in there. You know, so we already got these countries going against each other. You got Israel going against Palestine. You know, and that's pretty much the same thing like India and Pakistan. So you got these rumors of wars going on. You got kingdoms going against kingdoms, man. Nation against nations. Verse 8, and it says, all these are the beginnings of sorrows. So that's just to let you know there's a lot of sorrow that's about to take place, man. These are the beginning of sorrows. So if you're not right with Yahweh and his son Yahushua, then you're going to go through hell. I'm just telling you that. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 13, man. Isaiah 13, I'm going to start at 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see. Verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains. And the banner that's being lifted up right now is this word. And so that's what we're doing out here in the highways and byways and through these videos. We're lifting up a banner upon the high mountains. And the high mountains is the people. You know what I'm saying? And we telling you so-called, we telling the red men, the so-called white men, the Edomites who they are. You know, we telling the East Indians who they are. You know, Elam. We telling the Chinese that they Moab. We telling the Japanese that they Ammon. You know, we telling the so-called Africans that they Hamites. You know, the Hawaiians and the Australians, them are Japhetic people. So, I mean, and we bringing the word. We declaring to you about the Father Yahweh and his son Yahushua. We bringing you this living water. So the banner's been lifted up. We telling you to repent, that your salvation is at hand, that the son Yahushua, our big brother and Messiah, the Hamashiach Yahushua, is on his way back, man. World War III is about to begin. You know, it says, verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains. That's this word. Exalt the voice unto them. So the Bible tells us to exalt our voice unto the people. Tell them where they're going wrong. Tell them the plan of the Edomites, the Hebrew, the red Hebrew Edomites. So-called white man. We telling you his plan. His plan is to annihilate you, man. The Most High plan is to deliver you through his son, Yahweh Shai. It says, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is telling us to shake our hand at you. This to get on you, to be in your face, to let you know where you're going wrong, man. The Bible told us to lift up our voice and to spare not. Showed our people their transgressions. And that's what we're doing. All right, verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. So the Most High commanded us to bring this word. Not these preachers in these churches. The men in the highways and byways. Especially the man of Great Millstone and the other brothers, the other Akims out here with likewise doctrines. Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. You know what I'm saying? So we are commanded to bring you this word, man. We are commanded to warn you, to turn from your wickedness, man, so you don't suffer the wrath, the righteous indignation of the Most High Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. So the Most High is getting all these nations together, man. He's rallying them up where, he's putting this anger in them, man, where World War III gonna come, and then all these nations is gonna what? Come against America. First these nations is gonna be fighting, and then next thing they're gonna turn on America. And so that's what the Most High is doing, because all these nations with these nuclear power, with these nuclear weapons, that's the Most High host. Those weapons are the Most High's weapons. And he's going to use those nuclear missiles on America and other places, man. But America is going to be annihilated. The Most High tells you that he created the smith that blows the... Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. Give me a second. Let's go to this. Let me see. Let me show you that these nuclear weapons belong to Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be Isaiah 54 and 16. Let's go there. Let's go to Isaiah 54 and 16. Shalakim. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And that's talking about these nuclear missiles. So the Most High is letting you know who his host is. He's not only talking about the angels, he's talking about these nuclear missiles, man. The Most High created these missiles. He used men to create these missiles. All right? Where I'm at? Hold on. So, let me just read that again. Verse 4, Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. So the Most High is getting all these people, Yahweh is getting all these people ready to go to battle, man. And they're going to come against America at the end. All right, verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh in the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. See, the Most High let you know, man, these nuclear missiles, all these other armies, India and all, Pakistan and Iran, Russia, China, Turkey, all these places with these nuclear missiles, these nuclear weapons belongs to the Most High. That's his army. He gonna use them for his righteous indignation to destroy the whole land, which is America. Verse 6, how ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So the Most High, you know, is preparing his army, man. He's getting ready. You know, so this prophecy that's being fulfilled, man. You know, and the draft is about to come soon too. Let's go back here and let's bring up let's see what Russia was saying. Let's go here right quick.
Россия не намерена, это очень важно, я повторяю это специально, Россия не намерена первой размещать подобные ракеты в Европе. Если же они действительно будут произведены и поставлены на европейский континент, а США такие планы имеют, во всяком случае, мы не слышали обратных заявлений, то это резко обострит.
Hold on, let me see if I can get it in English.
All eyes on Vietnam. We're on the ground taking you inside the critical summit. Stay with Fox News.
Let me see if I can get this in English.
США откровенно пренебрегли, демонстративно проигнорировали совокупность положений, предусмотренных статьями 4 и 6 договора о ракетах средней и меньшей дальности.
Don't look like I can find it in English. But you know, this Russia was, putting threats out there, letting America know, listen, we're not playing. Let me see if this will work.
Умеют наверняка. Пусть.
President Putin didn't mention the United States by name, but it was clear Washington was the target of his warning. He said Russia wasn't seeking confrontation, but would respond to any new missile deployments in Europe.
Russia will be forced to create and deploy types of weapons which can be used not only in respect of those territories from which the direct threat to us originates, but also in respect of those territories where the centers of decision-making are located.
Earlier this month, the US confirmed it would withdraw from the INF Treaty because it believed Russia was violating the Cold War agreement. On Wednesday, the US State Department said its new missile sites in Europe were in compliance with the treaty. President Putin's remarks are a continuation of Russia's propaganda effort to avoid responsibility for Russia's actions in violation of the INF Treaty. The Russian Defense Ministry released footage of its new drone missile system and a future program to accompany Putin's speech. Russia's rhetoric towards the US isn't new, but this time Putin's warnings were more explicit amid deteriorating relations between the countries. Harry Horton, TRT World, Washington.
So, I just wanted to show you that to let you know, man, that it's rumors of wars everywhere, man. Even Putin is letting America know, because America was talking about putting missiles over in Europe, over there in the EU. And so Putin came out and made a statement like, go ahead if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go down, because America is trying to get closer to Russia, get missiles closer to Russia so they can pretty much attack Russia when they want to. But, the Most High is going to, even though all of them going to be put to death, because they're all Edomites, they're all going into slavery or be put to death. So, but the Most High is used, that's his army. Those nuclear missiles belong to him, and they are going to be aimed at America. Let's go to 2 Ezra 15:4 right quick. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, said Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So it's all coming, man, and we here. So you need to get yourself right with the Most High, man. And let's go to 2 Ezra 16, just to show you that after this war starts, going to be the death toll going to be so great that they're going to bring in the draft, and they just passed a bill where the draft is not just for men, that it's going to be for women as well. Women going to be drafted as well. They just passed that, so At first it was just for men, but now the Supreme Court say that it was unconstitutional just for men to be drafted. So that's just thanks to your family, your what they call that, the feminist movement. Now you women going to be drafted into the military. So it's just not the men on the draft. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see if we can find it. Military draft for women. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Let's see what they said about this. Because this just came out, I think. The military draft for the women. A judge has ruled male-only military draft unconstitutional. What happens now? You see that? And that was in the U.S. Today 2 days ago. So a Texas judge just declared that all male military draft unconstitutional. Women in the military draft, what are they saying? Okay, let's just go here right quick. So this just to show you, man, that they said an all-male draft is unconstitutional. A Texas judge declared that all male military draft unconstitutional. Will women be required to register for the draft? And so there we see it, man. You know, the women has to be a part of the draft too. The average women could, let me see. So that's it. That's all I want to show you. We're going to get out of that. Just to let you know that, you know, you women are going to be drafted to the military too. And that's what makes this scripture right here 100% true. Let's matter of fact, let's just start at 32. 2 Ezra 16 and 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. All right, verse 33. The virgins, talking about the women, shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. That's because it's going to be such a great death in this military when this third war start, that it's not going to be no men around. And that's why, that's why you got to believe in the word. We'll come back here. Let's just go here. That's why you got to go to find out what, to show you the Most High is already making way for certain women that's in right standing, women that's trying to do the right thing according to the law, statutes, commandments. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women should take hold of 1 man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And so that's why that says that. Because it's not going to be no man out here, man. These jokers going to get drafted and they're going to be put to death. They're going to be put to death in the army, and then the ones that's left going to be drafted. You know, unless you know the Most High Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shai, and you doing what he asked you to do. And these women going to be drafted as well. We just seen that. Let's do this again. 2 Ezra 16:33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Verse 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So the Most High is showing you that in the war, you wicked niggas gonna be put to death, and the ones that's not in the army that's not gonna be put to death gonna die from famine, of starvation, and a famine of the word. That's because they didn't want to get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to call on Jesus Christ, so-called white man. They wanted to call on Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to call on Jah. They want to be a Rasta. So that's just showing you that the Most High, man, all prophecies is coming true. And we here, man. We at the end. You will see the destruction of America in this lifetime. You know, and it's not going to be no 15 or 10 years from now. It's going to be soon, man. It's going to be within the next year or two, I believe. And I believe that in faith, and I pray for Yahweh Shah to return speedily. I pray for this World War III to come now, for this RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, to be manifested, to be made mandatory now, man. I'm ready for the Most High to send his son to deliver us, man. So with that being said, man, I just want to say Shalom, man. If you don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, it's time to repent and get right now. Shalom, Israel.